Okay, let's continue. Revision for chapter 2, project management, growth, concept and definition. Okay, so first question, you assign a task of developing a set of questions to assist an organization in determining if there is a need for a formal project management process. What question would you ask? So all these are example of question that you might put into your planning. If you are selected as a PM and your role is a PM project manager. So we still consider the triangular time, cost, and customer requirement. Or specification. Right? So you can see you ask the question whether the project can complete on time, the budget, or money or cost according to performance spec. So this is the first question when you handle projects or you come across a question regarding project management. Second one is the communication, because as a project manager, your role is to integrate, is to do integration. How you do integration? You communicate, right? You communicate. So who do you communicate? There are two parts. So again, we have four main characters in this module. Customer, sponsor, PM, and FM. So if you are FM, you need to communicate with FM. You need to communicate with sponsors, right? Customers is your customer will fit inside your planning, fit inside your plannings. You need to consider project success and failure. So what caused the project success, project failure? So again, if you haven't familiar with this diagram, optimistic failure and pessimistic failure. If you don't understand, go back to the previous slides. Okay, how can a project management can be used to improve overall performance? This is an internal control process because you want to speed up. You as a PM, you want to make sure you complete the project as soon as possible, the time. Because if you can complete within shortest time, you can save money. Save money, you reduce costs, you increase profit. Customer requirement, if you can meet customer requirement within a time and cost, is considered a success. Usually, when you meet the time and cost, customer will be very happy. Okay. What level of customer certification? This one is more on customer. How are the projects selected? This one is the project selection process. There's a criteria, decision making. So some project you need to let go. Some project you can proceed. Some project you can on hold, right? So this one, there are some criteria to select projects. How can resource management? This one is more on a resource. So these are the project management process. So if this one is a bit lengthy, you read through. So this one is more on project management, evolve. You read blah, blah, blah. So the question asks you, how can a project management methodology assist in managing and resolve issues related to this driving force? So what are the driving force? You read above. Now, driving force of rapid technology changes. This is number one, increasing complexity, demand of resources, right? So we want you to address all these problems. Driving force in the paragraph here already tell you three problems. Technology changes, complexity, and resources. So if you already know yesterday during our revision, Every time we mention, you see the word resources, you will tie to functional managers, right? So functional manager, every time you see resources, increasing demand or multiple projects, you will use the keyword priority, right? Prioritization. Okay. Technology change, this one is more on internal control. Complexity, this one also, when you see the word complexity, you tie to assessment, risk control, you use the word trade-off. So these are the wording that you can use in your elaboration. So prioritization, meaning this one, we expect to have 4 paragraphs. One paragraph, you elaborate based on prioritization. You give priority. You need to explain why, how, give example, right? More effective management of changes, mean you manage the changes. And then utilization of the resources or optimization of resources, and improve coordination between the functional units, right? So you as a project manager, you need to communicate and integrate there are three main action inside integration yesterday in the question. You remember? Integration. There are 3: planning, execution, and one more. Huh? Initiating. There are 3, right? No. There is one question yesterday on integration one. You check in chapter 1 revision question. There's one question asks you about integration. Why PM need to do integration? Something, then something. I highlight these 3. Check yesterday question. There's one question on the integration. Yes, correct. Develop what? And? Okay. Pay attention. Okay, so these are question 2, example question, how you solve it. Most of the time in final exam, we will give you some hints, and then you just need to look at the root cause, then you solve it. So you need to find the hidden question inside. Like for example, this one, it gives you 3 driving force. You need to address each one of these with a solution. Okay, meaning these are the 4 points. You need to elaborate using these 4 points to address technology change, complexity, and demand for resources. Okay, so number 3 is obstacles, mean problem solving. So you have internal and external obstacles. Here, what I mean by internal, external, we already mentioned 4 primary character. Those that from sponsor, PM, FM, this one is internal problem. Outside your company is called external problem. Usually deal with customers or end users. Okay, so Project management methodology means a method or tools or models or theory to overcome the thing. So obstacles, you have 5 here: shortage, cost, poor quality of work, technology changes, and completion. Okay. So project management method that can use to overcome. So this one, okay. So I'll just give you the answer lah. So you can see we keep repeating the same keyword. When there's a resources and either complexity or multiple project, as long as the resources, it will show tie to functional unit. And how to solve it, you elaborate using priority, the word prioritization. Can I understand? Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah. So if you every time you see resources shortage, you need to tie with, or you see the resources one, use the keyword priority. The word priority, then you elaborate. Priority of what? Priority of resources, then resource planning, effective schedule development, all these things. Right? So this one, priority, then you evolve with the triangular. When you able to manage the resources, you optimize the time, you optimize the resource, the cost. Okay, second one, increase cost. Increase cost. So when you solve question in this module, try not to create another question in your answer. For example, if the question asks you resources changes, don't go and mention cost. Don't put increased cost, or you put cost here means you create another problem with it. Yeah. If the question give you resource problem, you solve by prioritization, planning, and schedule. You don't put manage cost. Cost is part of the resources. Yeah. Then this one, increase cost. Increase cost. Increase cost, you are using project management methodology, means you use the tools. What are the tools? You use control process, you use estimation technique, you use risk management. Okay. Don't have, right? Yesterday. So cost. Again, this is chapter 2 question. Chapter 2 on project management methodology. Okay. There's a specific keyword that you need to use in a certain question. Don't mix between the chapter. Okay. Now, the poor quality of work. Poor quality of work, is it external or internal? It's an internal process. It's an internal issue. So internal issue, you need to solve something from the internal issue. Quality issue won't link with sponsor one. Sponsor only make decision and solve conflict between you and FM. Okay. So poor quality of work is this person issue between you and him. So you need to narrow down the scope when you answer. You need to know how to solve. So if, for example, this one, poor quality of work, you got to mention customer means wrong already. You have to understand the target or who you talk to. Okay. When you solve problem, you need to know. So how you manage poor quality, you have a policy. You solve by policy. You have a review and inspection. Then you set requirement management. These are the keyword when you deal with quality. When there's an issue on quality, these are the keyword. You establish policy, you establish a review and inspection, and requirement management. Okay. Quality of work. Let's say you have an Apple Watch. You're producing Apple Watch. So if this question come out, we ask you poor quality of work means if the coating have problem, means when you buy, the end user wear it, skin sensitive, go and complain. Right? So when you have a poor quality of work, what do? You establish policy. What I mean by policy? A quality policy. Policy is a general framework that is it's like a culture. What culture means? It must be like policy you set. The product of this company must is a high quality. Okay, it's a high quality something, right? So our company product is high quality, something like that. So policy is like a mental or general map of your company. It's like policy. Like every time when you give things to your customers, the thing must be what. Okay, so it's a statement. It's a statement. So it's like our quality is the best in the world in qualities, comfortable, and all these things. So you set a policies. Okay, and then what else? Policy also got a penalty things. If you do not deliver, what happened to you? All right. So review and inspection, this one is inside the internal process, means in the production floor, there is a station of inspection, QA1, QA2, quality assurance station 1. You inspect, you do inspection here, right? So coating have a lot of process. So coating process number 1, number 2, you do inspection and you review. You have data here, you do analysis. This one will be in chapter 5 chapter 6. You'll do analysis on this one. Okay, we will learn Six Sigma approach to do inspection. Plan for requirement management. Requirement management means there's a checklist. You need to check before you deliver to customer. There's a checklist there. So checklist there in the packaging before you go. The inspector of the quality must go through a thorough tick lah. The table there you tick lah. Okay, so these are the things. The requirement, this one. Or in general, this one is under control. Under the keyword for that, you elaborate based on control. So poor quality of work, you need to control it. So what are because this chapter is on the methodology, project management methodology, means you need to explain more about tools, what tools you use, what process you use, what model you use. Okay. So that's why you see all the answers is process, how to do it, how to solve it. Yeah. So technology change, this one, you can solve the question number 2. Okay. So technology change, again, you do review, you do scope management, you do control and configuration. Because you change already, you need to change the control and configuration. Okay, phrase and review. It means this one, phrase, gate, model. This is the second time I mentioned this one. Yesterday I mentioned already. Today I also mentioned. So if technology change, so in one of the phrase, technology change already, you need to make decision here. You need to set criteria to make decision here. Scope management means if the technology change, you need to deal with the customers, say, hey, the technology already changed. Our contract cannot be continued. We need to sign the contract. We need to rediscuss, do discussion how we go around the problems, right? How we solve the problems on the scope, right? For example, technology change. For example, iPhone, Apple Watch. Apple Watch, let's say there's a small temperature sensor, a new temperature sensor was launched. Not temperature sensor, or new sensor, a new sensor launched by a vendor, right? And this sensor is able to link the data, the user data to a computer by Wi-Fi. This is a very small chip that you can put this one inside the Apple Watch, right? And the end user able to do any transmission to the computer, or there's like for example NFC chip, a new NFC chip, they're able to do a more faster wireless contactless payment, right? So nowadays the Apple Pay is there, but it's not very common in Asia. So if the technology changes, let's say a new type of NFC chip was launched, then you need to go and discuss with the customers. Do we need to improve our design and so on? Let's say you are the vendors of the Apple Watch. Okay, so you need to phrase and review means you need to identify the customers, right? And then scope management means you need to increase or narrow the scope. For example, technology change, the NFC chip already launched already. When the new technology come, you will see there is a drop of prices in the old models. It happened in any electronic devices, right? Or in automotive also same. When there's new technology come, there will be a drop price in the old model. Okay, so you need to discuss with the customers on the scope of management. Means when you need to launch a new models, the existing model, do we want to keep the configuration and all these things? So this one you need to do lah. Competition. Competition, again, competition is external issue. Those come late one, be careful when you solve problems in this module. If the question asks you internal issue, you don't go and explain customers things. When I read your answer, if I ask you internal, you go and answer external, I know I don't need to read further. Okay, competition is you increase the quality, you do cost, effective planning, trade-off analysis. So this one is on the success triangular. Okay, so competition, you improve quality, you have a better standing in the competition. Cost management, so you need to be careful which segment of your products is premium segment and consumer segment is different. Premium segment products and normal consumer segment is different. Okay, I'll give you an example. Mercedes-Benz and National Cars, Berdua. Both of them are in a different competition market. BMW doesn't care about price. Right? So not enough money to buy is not their problems, it's the customer's problem. They are more inequalities. You want BMW or Mercedes-Benz or Lamborghinis, you want a premium, you go and buy. They offer you the quality. But for the consumer, yes, cost is a problem. They need to manage, and there are lots of competition here. So you need to have a price war. So when price war, consumer is the winner usually. But this segment, players is getting smarter and smarter. They're already building alliances, means they will control what the customer can buy. Okay, so they also get smart now. Cost management, effective planning, trade-off. Trade-off means, again, you back to the triangular. Go and study if you don't know what is primary constraint and secondary constraint. Trade-off is the one that you make changes in secondary. Okay, number 4, significant improve on overall performance. There are many approaches of managing projects, but providing project manager and total integrity advantages. So this one again is more on the advantages, disadvantages. Okay, so this one just give you something lah. Okay, so this you can just copy. Where's the attendance list? Who haven't signed? So advantages, accountabilities. We talk about project rather than functional. So this one is, he mentioned a keyword here, manager with a total integrative responsibilities. So if you mention something like this, it means it's a product-based organization chart. It's a project-based organization. Project-based. So when project-based, your project is more important than the functional units. Coordination across, you do interface or integration. Improve utilization using integration. You still elaborate on the word integration. Okay. Okay. All right. So this one, number 5, is the process, project management maturity process. Okay. So don't memorize the wrong one. This one are 5 process maturity, project management, life cycle phases on maturity. So they are 5: embryonic, executive, line management, role phase, maturity phase. So there are few. So each one of it have their own issues. So follow me items, blah, 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 provide recommendation to address resolve issue that will allow organization to progress further. So when you add the life cycle of embryonic, means it's very, very small babies, and you only start with the ideas for these things. So your issues, you recognize the need. So only this phrase, you recognize the need. So how you recognize the need? So you need to explain the benefit of repeatable process, identify area of improvement, and so on. Okay. Means this one during embryonic, during your developing your prototypes, you have an issue of recognizing the needs. Means your staff or your team don't they are not motivated to do your projects, right? So they don't feel the needs, especially the FM. When the FM don't feel the needs, you have trouble as a FM. Okay, so the issue in the embryonic, the issue is on this question number 5. The issue given is recognizing the needs. So recognizing it means there's lack of motivation. They don't understand why you need to take these projects. So when the FM don't understand why it's a need, or why you want to proceed with these projects, so your resources will not be there. Because FM they manage resources and prioritize. They give different priorities. If they feel there's no need, then they will put you in the last list of their operation. They give priority to other projects first. And the sponsors, if the sponsor feel no need, you also won't have enough resources. They won't pump in money for you, right? And when you fight, when you PM and FM fighting conflicts, the word conflicts are in the exam. When there's a conflict happen between these two, and the sponsor think that, oh, no need lah, this project no need, sponsor will go and fight the FM. Then you will lose the discussion. In Chinese word, lose face. Right? So you lose your authority in the managing project in the future. Okay. So when you have a problem of recognizing the needs, the keyword here is to explain. You explain the needs. Okay. And then you identify the area of improvement in the schedule, cost, and requirement. This one. During executive management acceptance, there's an issue. Executive understanding of project management, they don't understand your projects. Means the second one is on the sponsors. You have an issue with sponsors. Okay? Still the same. You need to explain to top management by giving more information to them. Okay, they need to, and this one, why this answer use of best practice, why this one was used in chapter 2? Because chapter 2 is project management chapter, project management methodology chapter. He asks you about method. So method, another way saying it is the practice. Okay. Number 3, line management acceptance. Line management means functional unit. During this phase, maturity phase, line management acceptance, they have an issue. Functional management support, they don't support you. How do you do? You need to communicate. You need to communicate. Explain. Explain what? The benefit of having project management. And this one, repeat again. You understand their needs. You need to address their needs. This one already answered this question in chapter 1, quiz question. Yeah. So growth phase, you have an issue. Development of project management methodology. So you have an issue on don't know how to develop the tools or model. This one is your issue, your project manager issues. Because you are the one who in charge of developing this one. So recommendation, you don't play hero when you are the project manager. You need a team. So that's why you need to establish a PMO. PMO is project manager office. I already give you the tips for the test one. Important. If you don't know what is this, go and read. You standardize the method, you establish a process, provide training. Okay, so if you have an issue on developing something, usually we are expecting you write something about training. You learn, you get help from the expert, you get trainings, you set up a team. The name of the team is called PMO. So if this question come out, you write establish a team, you won't get marks. If you write establish a team, there's no marks for that because team can be any team. We look for very specific keyword. If this question come out, you need to write PMO or you need to write project manager office bracket PMO. You write PMO also, I won't give you marks. You need to explain. I write PMO there because I want to save space in my slides. Don't, in your answer, don't suddenly give me an acronym. Don't write PM, don't write PMO, don't write FM in your answer. Unless in your paragraph, the first line you write functional unit manager or functional unit manager, you bracket FM, then within the paragraph, you can use FM. This is question A. If question B don't use, you need to rewrite again. If it's the same paragraph, you don't need, but it's a separate paragraph, you need to do. Or in the same question, you can repeat the acronym. Different question, you need to rewrite the thing. Yeah. Maturity phrase, you have a problems of developing programs to enhance the skill. So this issue is skill problems. This issue is skill problems. Just a reminder for this module, you need to understand the concept. You memorize, you won't pass on. Okay, you memorize, you won't pass. You will memorize the wrong sequence. Yeah. For example, how I set question. I can ask you question on growth phase. I put this one over here. You give me this answer wrong. I say, it depends on what is the main topic. You give me the answer. During growth phase, there is a problem there. So this problem you need to solve using something. Okay, so this one is fill in the blank. You need to classify the characteristics. Classify whether it's a project driven, it's a hybrid or non-project driven. This is question number 6. So there are 3: project driven, non-project driven, and then in the middle one, hybrid. Okay. So in chapter 1 or chapter 2, there's a slide there. This is hybrid, project, non-project. First one, I think the answer I gave is not according to sequence. So the first one, project manager have P&L responsibilities. What type? Asad? Project manager have P&L responsibilities. What type? Only three kind of answer expected. Either it's project, non-project, or hybrid. And I keep mentioning P&L. If your P&L go to somewhere, go to functional unit, it means something. If the P&L, in this case, you go to PM, it means something. Alvin? Alvindran? Yeah. What do you think? Project driven, huh? Okay. P&L. What is P&L? What is P&L? What is the acronym means? Huh? What is P&L? Huh? What's P&L? What's P&L? Dinesh? Dinesh? Where is Dinesh? What is P&L? Let Danish answer. Okay, good. So profit and loss, if you study project management module, is you must know what is P&L. Or you go to work later. This is very sensitive word. P&L. Profit and loss. If you don't know, means something wrong with your degree. Means you come here, don't learn anything. If you go to internship, you go to work later, this is a very popular word when you manage projects. Okay. So if I change this one, I take away project manager, I put functional managers, so it become non-project. Understand? So P&L, it depends. So primary production driven, but many projects. Production driven here, from production driven means non-project already. Production means functional, but many project. Hybrid lah. It's like playing the scale, playing the scale. Either is this side or this side. If it's in the middle, have both one is in the middle. It's like playing the scale. Okay. Emphasize new product development. What do you think? New product. Hybrid. What is okay, non-product? Non-product is like a mass production. Okay, mass production, you won't have new product one. It means keep repeating the same thing. Okay. Okay. Later come back So okay. So this one short product life is hybrid. This one you know lah. This one income from project also linked with P&L. So if the income come from project, it's a project driven. If I change income come from product, means is non-project driven. Okay. So for this module, don't memorize. Because when it comes to test, I will scramble the sequence and I will change the word. So you memorize also no use one. Memorize, you'll get the wrong answer. Okay, you get the concept right, you can able to answer one. Okay, not very hard one for this module. As long as you know, oh, this is what, then how I solve it. Okay, so this one, long life circle products is a non-driven, non-project driven. Last brick wall means there's functional structures. So functional structures is a non-driven, means you're very focused on functional units. So it's non-project driven. Multiple career path. Multiple career path is a project driven. Why? Because project driven, you are given priority to project manager. So what does project manager do? He able to communicate across all the department. So after you manage the project successfully, you can be part inside any division or any functional units as a chief of that division or that functional units. Yeah, so that's why multiple career path is applied to project driven. Yeah, try to understand the structure, the structure of the so this is a typical organization chart. It can be changed to another one. PMA, PMB, PMC, and so on. So here got functional unit, functional unit, functional unit. So this is a project-based organization chart. This is a non-project-based organization chart. Okay, so there's a classic, and there's a project-based or project-based. Okay, marketing-oriented. Marketing-oriented is a project-driven. Marketing-oriented, it means you focusing on the project. You want to sell the projects. Okay. What else? Okay, this one, emphasize on new products, is a hybrid. Project management is recognized profession, means PM is a recognized profession. Profession means is you have a very high authority inside the company. Project management means is under project driven. Okay, try to understand some keyword. So some keyword will point you to a certain direction. Very few means non-projects, because it's keep repeating the same products, right? Need for rapid development process is hybrid. Profitability from production, this one you know lah, means PML from production. So it's a non-project driven. Try to understand why the answer is that. Okay, now don't memorize. Don't memorize. You memorize, you will sure get wrong answer. Okay. All right. Next question. To complete a project successfully, a project manager usually held accountable to a specific activities. Place a check next to each item typically associated with the project manager role in the project life cycle. Okay. Project life cycle, it refers to maturity, embryotic, until mature. So which one you think is not? Which one is not PM job? Can you identify the obvious one? It's not a PM job. Huh? Which one? or this one? Mhm. Activity cost, it is a functional finance department. In some case, it can be. In some case, be. Which one is very obvious? Is not. Which one? Organize resources. Yeah, this is functional manager's work. This one, motivate personnel. Yes, you are the. Yesterday, chapter 1, there's a additional alternative project manager role. You are the coach, you are the motivator, you are the this one. Okay. This one functional manager's job. Okay. Okay. Which one? Yeah. Okay. So you control the projects, direction, issue directive means you give the direction of the project, means stage 1 do what, stage 2 do what, stage 3 do what. Okay. Product staffing, this one I think is a wrong one. It should not have. Product staffing, this one, it should be functional managers. Okay. Provide staffing, this one is functional manager's job. Okay. Plan is organize resources. The word yes there is because the word organize. If the word changes to provide resources, then is a functional managers. Okay. So this one, yes and no. This one, yes and no. Is a gray area. Although the answer here is yes, it is a very gray area. Why gray area? Because you have 3 types of organization chart: project-based, non-project-based, and hybrid. So it can be yes, it can be no, but this is if you put yes in the answer, I also give you correct because my slide give you yes, right? So these are the things these are the things: set objective, organize resources, plan, motivate, staffing, remain flexible, establish project control. Okay, few project completed. Okay, this one is about trade-off. Trade-off means you give priority depending, list 3 competing demand. Yesterday, we also mentioned competing demand already. So there are 5, right? There are 5 or 6 competing demand in previous chapter 1 question. There's one question about competing demand. Okay. Generally considered during trade-off decision, list 3. Yeah, so these 3 lah. Okay. So, or you can put customer requirement here. Okay. So this one is you read lah. This one is inside the PM book. So this one is CSF. What is CSF? Go and read lah. Okay. Okay, I want to just to stress these 2 things. You have a primary success factor and secondary. Primary is on the external things, which is what customer want. You see, primary is always what customer want, that link to the triangular. Okay, customer want your projects work within the schedule, work within the cost, work within the quality requirement, and of course accepted by customers. These are primary, which is focused on external. You see the secondary. Secondary is on the internal process, your control process, right? So you only need to memorize 3 or 4 from here. So these are the tools that you use. You follow up, you you have a mutual agree, safety requirement, ethical, corporate strategies, and so on. These are internal control process. Right? Okay, so this one is on quantitative and qualitative. These two words is important. Also important for your FYP. You should able to know what is the difference between quantitative and qualitative. Right? So the word quantitative is the base word is quantity. In quantitative means things that you can measure, you can weigh it, you can analyze it. Is fall under quantitative. Right? Things that you can measure. Right? Qualitative is subjective. You cannot measure one, but you can feel it. You feel good. Like you go and buy a coffee. Oh, this coffee is very good, but it's very subjective. Right? Some people feel good coffee. Some people feel it's a bad coffee. Right? Tropical food, like for example, durian. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. Right? So it's a very qualitative perspective. In this case, failure. It asks you the failure. So you review which one is qualitative and quantitative. So this one you base on the wording there. So I'll give you the answer. So for example, planning, you can plan it, you have a Gantt chart, all these things. When you do planning, there's a time frame there, there's a cost there, there's an analysis there, so it's quantitative. Productivity, you can count. Today, how many cars you produce, how many parts you produce, right? In effective scheduling, this one is on a Gantt chart, on the progress. Estimating also analysis, right? So this one objective is not clearly defined. So objective also under quantitative. So if your FYP do not have a clear objective, is considered quantitative failure. Means you don't know how to define the scope of your projects. You cannot measure. So when you cannot measure, it's a failed project. Okay. So lack of control process, this one also, lack of process. Control process means you have the checklist, you have something that you can control. Control means plus minus how many mm and all these things. All right. Okay. The rest is feeling. You see, motivation is a feeling. Morale is a feeling. Lack of commitment is a feeling. Right. Functional management commitment. Conflicting priorities. This is qualitative. Right? So when you go to work, just be careful on the qualitative things. For example, conflicting priorities. How you manage this one is through communication and relationship. Okay, because you cannot force functional managers to give you things. You cannot force them. Okay, so you need to communicate well. Explain this one stage gate process that I draw just now on the whiteboard. Why is necessary during project planning and execution? This one have a lengthy chapter on it. Go and read. This one is just a summary of it. So stage gate process keyword is to have a review and determine whether to continue. Means there's a decision stage. There's a decision stage to continue or not. Used to determine whether corrective action need to be done. You establish review, you determine what? Determine whether to continue or not. Then determine corrective action necessary to return project performance to acceptable level. Okay. 4 common decision. What are the 4 common decision? Keep repeating. First one is what? There are 4 decisions at the gate. 4 decisions. Kok Wai, Kok Chin Wei. 4 decisions. 4 decisions. First one, proceed without changes. Second one, wait. Kok Chin Wei. First one, I give you already. Proceed without changes. Second. These 4 decisions very important. I keep repeating already. First, proceed without changes. Second is what? Second is what? Four decisions you need to make by the sponsors. So you as a PM, you cannot keep waiting there. There are four possibilities of decision by the top management or by the sponsors. 4 types. Ming Shen Xi. 4 type of decision. Okay, allow me to speak in Chinese. 有4种决定 ，project 有4种决定而已。执行就是跟着plan 执行。第二个，实行，但是有一些的改变，就是说你 green light，OK，你可以执行，可是要做一些改变。第三个就是你需要更多的资讯，所以你就要暂停 on hold，你要暂停，然后拿更多的资料。最后一个就是最难的决定，就是 cancel 取消。这4种 ，OK， so 4 type of decision is very important in project management. So 4 type. First, proceed without changes. You already plan already. So if you are according to the spec and requirement, just proceed. No problem. So proceed without changes. So when you come to a stage when there's a technology change, there is something changes. So you can proceed, but with changes. You change some plan there. Okay. Number 3, third decision is you need to hold the decision. Why? Because the changes so big, you need to collect information. So third decision is on hold and get more information. Last one is the toughest one. Cancel projects. Okay? You imagine you invest a lot of money and then you want to cancel it. You absorb the losses. Okay? It's the toughest decision. If your PM try not to go to the last decision, if your project that you handle, you have a cancel projects, means you do not manage it well. You do not do your homework, and because in the beginning you persuade the management to give you resources, but at the end you fail. So your career path won't be easy. So 4 type decision. Proceed without changes, proceed with changes. Third one, on hold, get more information. Last one, cancel. Okay. Third one is on hold until you get more information. So the one is from here, right? The how you write it is depend on how good is your English, but the meaning is there. Okay, you see the first one, proceed based on objective means without changes. Second, revise objective, then proceed to next phase means proceed with changes. Third one, Corrective variable, this one means on hold, get more information. Last one, cancel. Okay. Detail one is in my slides. Go and see, go and read. But to get the concept correct, then you're able to write. Okay. As long as you get the idea correct, the keyword is there in your answer, then you get the score. Okay. Now this one is to explain between product life cycle and project life cycle. There are two different. One is life cycle. There are two types: project and product. So the differences will be, if you compare side by side, project one is more on the work required to produce the product. Project life cycle ends when product has been delivered. If you handle a project, life cycle stop when you deliver the output. You deliver the product. Product life cycles is a longer one, involve R&D, project life cycle, operation, maintenance, until termination or salvage of the product. Salvage means, let's say a battery. You need to consider until how you recycle the products, how you throw it, how you like make it disappear or not disappear, but how you like contain the pollution and all these things, like how you throw away the things. Okay, so this is a textbook answer textbook answer. So you try to see the differences. Try the differences. So it's more easier you manage project life cycle compared to product life cycle. It's more easier because project life cycle ends when the product has been delivered. Based on contract, time starts, time end, delivered, sign contract, pay money, that's it. But the product one, you have to consider until how many years, 20 years after you recycle it. Battery, like for example, battery or tires is a very headache problem. Okay. What is a general accepted reason why projects should be managed using a defined project life cycle? So this is the reason. The word is effective management. Project control, manage and control. Okay, so this one, explain characteristics. So this one is on the, we're still in the project methodology. Project management methodology means method, tools, process. So these are the characteristics. So for example, standardized planning, important is this one. So methodology can use template, can use report, can use review, can use flexibilities and all this. So these are the answer. You use template because it's more efficient in time and consistency, because you fill out the form, the information you can extract, like you flip to the certain page or you want to find the answer. Is very, very consistent. Right? If you want to check in charge person, PIC, you just need to look for a certain column in the form, for example. Right? So it's efficient of time and consistency. Report, you use the word standardization. Standardized format is for consistency again, and you facilitate analysis. When you have a standardized reporting format, it enables you to extract data, copy and paste, and put into the Excel and put in the formula and to do analysis. Okay. So don't confuse within the word template and reporting format. It's two different things. Okay. Life cycles, you standardize life cycle. Again, you keep repeating, you see the word consistency here. If the question asks you about methodology, effective product methodologies, characteristics on why it's important, if you use the word consistency, you're about there. Means the answer is correct one. Consistency. So flexibilities, this one, The reason, the important here, why you use the word flexibilities, link these flexibilities to the word unique. You only use flexibilities when you have a unique project. Yeah. Some processes may not apply for all projects. So this you see the word flexibilities here, you answer using the word unique. Okay. Okay. I think I'll go a bit faster. How many questions? 20 something, right? 22. Okay, I flip to one chapter first for your test one. Then I come back next week. Okay. I show you in chapter 4 first. We go to chapter 4 first because I jump a bit. I jump a bit. Okay. So this one, organization chart advantages, the disadvantages, you go and read. Okay, this one can be found in PM book and also in the PowerPoint slides. Okay, go and read lah. So this one is the advantages, disadvantages of. This one is a traditional classic organization structure. This one. Okay, so your test one, I cannot tell you what question I'm going to come out. They are traditional, they are non-traditional, they are product, and there's a matrix. This answer is for traditional. If the question asks you metric, you give me this one wrong. So read carefully. Don't give me wrong answer. Okay. This one is between functional metrics. So this one, which one following online structure will provide the most effective platform for building high performance project team? Provide reason. Resonate means reason to support your answer. So which one do you think will create high performance project team? Functional, of course, not lah. Okay. Projectiles, why? Projectiles because you train the project manager, have a greatest level authority. Team is dedicated process resources. Project team perform reviews and link to project success. Right. So these are the reason. Okay. So this is important because you will see functional, weak, balanced, strong, pure project in the test one. Okay. Okay, so characteristics here 1 to 14. You fill in the blanks based on if it's functional, then you fill in the numbers here. So, for example, we keep repeating the previous one. You see, project manager had little or no authority. Which one? Little to no authority. Which one? Sure, it will not be this here. It will not be pure project or projectiles, because projectiles PM is very high priority. So here you see the word little to no is another side of the here. It's like playing this one, the scale. Okay. So if PM no authority, then functional lah. Okay. Project expeditor, functional. Project manager has some authority. Some will be weak. Okay. Has high to total authority, projectiles. There's an equal authority, equal. Balance. Project manager has a moderate to high level. Moderate to high is not same as high to total. Try to differentiate moderate, high to total is a different scale. So this one, number 6, is strong. It's like playing the scale here. You push here and there. Okay. Project coordinator is weak matrix. One clearly defined manager. But there's no project here. There's no project here. It's a manager. So it's a functional. Means finance manager, R&D manager, so and so. It's a very functional, very specific expert department. Staff members are grouped by specialty. Functional, right? Okay. These are the characteristic of functional and non-functional. Then this one you based on the description, either balance or high to total, moderate high. This one. Okay, number 10 is project work is done independently. Project work independent, so it's a project. Right. Team members are often co-located. Co-located means you share. So this one is okay. Co-located team member co-located is pure projects. Resources report directly to PM. Projectiles traditional one or typical one, resources direct to functional managers. On a typical or functional, this one, resources tied to functional managers. Okay. Project managers have no control on budget. Okay, functional. So I think from this table, you roughly know like how to play around the functional project manager and which one. Okay, full control. Full control is projectiles lah. So either weak, balanced, strong. This one you will see something description here. High to total. Moderate to high, for example. Some is a weak. Yeah. Okay. So these are the keyword lah. The keyword, like how do you put inside the thing. Okay, advantages, disadvantages. This one you read from the slides, right? You read from the slide. We will come back to this one later if we have time. So again, these 3 words already mentioned: authority, responsibility, accountability in the slides available already. Go and copy and paste into this one. Right. Enterprise environment factor. This one is external. We'll come back to this one. This one also later. Okay, this one is important. Okay. So again, you need to refer to PM Book 6, chapter 2, 4.4. Important, PM Book. If you haven't download, you better go and download. Go and read. Okay, some question will come out from there in your test 1, test 2, and final exam. Okay, so you fill in the blanks. Relationship between characteristics and structure. So project characteristics is here, and the call what? Organization structure. So in the PM Book, there's a lot. There's 2 pages of table. This one only part of it. Go and read. Okay. So yeah, so these are the tables inside the PM Book. Go and read. Go and understand who in charge of what, and then this one is organization structures, metric strong, what happened to the workbook, work group, resources ability, what is that? Okay, go and read. This question now 9, only part of it. So don't memorize this one, but the direction will be there. Yes. So let's say the question come out like this. You copy the table, you fill in the blanks here. Understand not? Okay. So I would like choose maybe part of this one. I will scramble, means I will change the sequence, but the answer will be there. Don't give me whole table. If you memorize whole table, you write the all answer, no marks one. Means you don't understand. You just memorize and throw inside the whole table. Yeah. I need to mention this one because last semester, one student got memorized this table. So for your class, I need to mention this one. If you memorize this one, you put in the whole table, you memorize like here to here, no marks. No marks if this kind of question come out. You need to copy the question, fill in the correct sequence. Okay, so I just give you the first one. Project manager authority, from little to that one is a scale. So you can see the scale. So from project manager authority, projectiles is high to total. On functional is little to none. Then this one you play the scale. Limited, low to moderate, moderate to high. Okay, you put in the scale there. Resources availability. Resource ability, functional structures, little to none. And as you move towards prioritize, you have more resources. Okay. Who control project budget? This one asks you who. So who don't put little high. He asks you who. If you put little, then wrong answer already. Who control budget? Functional is functional managers. Prioritize is PM. Balance is mix, means both. Okay. So weak matrix is another left-hand side is functional managers. Strong matrix is moving towards PM side. Be careful. The question asks you who don't give little or this one. Okay. So I still need to emphasize this table. Go and read. Some of it you need to use here. For example, for full-time, part-time here. Go and read. Okay, so for example, you can see if it's a functional structures, your PM will be a part-time people. If you prioritize, you are full-time staff. You understand what is part-time, full-time, right? Okay. Part-time means your role is not, you are paid by hours usually. You pay by hours and you don't have your own office. You just come, do your job, then go back. Full-time, you have your own office, you have your own team doing the stuff. Right? So again, if the question asks you about role, don't fill in little to almost total. You need to fill in correctly the keyword there. Project management, administrative support, also either use full-time or part-time. So when you are project management, you are under projectiles, is full-time. Balance also full-time. But if it's weak and functional, it's part-time. Yeah. So this one is project management, administrative support. This one is a PMO, means you set up a project manager, a project management office. In a functional structure, you don't need PMO because the department can works accordingly. Weak metrics, it can be, but in a part-time status. Okay, so this question is important. I mean, this direction, you will see this one in your test one. Okay, go and understand this table again. So no reason you don't know how to answer. It will not be the same as this one. Don't memorize the answer. I will flip this one to here, maybe. I mean, the way I ask question, I won't ask exactly the same as what. You memorize, you won't get the correct answer. Okay, usually this kind of question, one box is 1 mark. So here already got 14 marks. So you almost like half question already. Okay, and also be careful on the spelling. For example, this one. If it's full time, write full time. Don't write full. Don't write part. If the answer is part time, you write part. Wrong answer. Incomplete answer. Okay. So these are the things I want to stress. Advantages. Disadvantages or metric types. Major advantages. Disadvantages is this one. Okay. But this one already have inside the PowerPoint slides. Okay, or in the PN book. Go and read. Okay. So power struggles. Why power struggles? You should able to draw the organization chart, metrics. Something like this. This is functional. This is project manager. Arrow pointing down. And then this one go to the right. There's a mixture of responsibilities. Go and read the PowerPoint slides. So power struggle, because you are overlapping the responsibilities. So those that have a bigger success or earn more P&L, they earn more profit, then resources will go to that particular projects. Or that functional unit always make money, so the resources will go to that. Okay, resources will always follow profit one. In the business world, if you perform, what is performance? Make money, the KPI. Okay. This one is already in the slides. PMO structures. What are characteristics? If it's a supportive, it's more on the consultancy role. You provide trainings, you prepare the template, you prepare the best practice, give trainings, and then you document lesson learned in the companies, right? Supportive. Controlling means you comply or compliance to regulation or government framework. This is tied to the rules and law and regulation. Okay. Directive. Just now you see the word directive, prepared directive. This one is take control of the projects and manage project directly. Okay. And this one you see in the chapter 2 or chapter 1 exercise. I think chapter 1 exercise. 3 element of talent triangular. There are 3 talent. Still remember? Based on PMI project. PMI is Project Management Institute, where they give certification. The material that you use in the class, PMO actually is a material to do certification. It's a very thick handbook, but the one that I give you is notes. Okay, so if you want to go for PMI certification after your degree, just you can use the material in this class to sit for that exam. But I need to read more lah. Right, we already cover more than half, 50% of the PMI certification in this module. Okay, so talent triangular, there are three. As a talent triangular in PMI, you have PM, you need to have three important skills. Technical skill. Why technical skill? You need to deal with the functional units. You need to deal with the specialized people. Technical skill. Second, you need to have business skill. You need to know how P&L works. Right? And one more. Leadership. Okay? This one we already know. We already repeat this one in the chapter 1 already. Okay, important is the keyword. Technical, business, and leadership. These three are the things that mentioned is a copyright talent triangular. Already copyright by PMI. Okay. This one PM book again, leadership things. This one you read lah. Read. So it depends on what is management, what leadership. This one also inside my slide already. Okay, so these are differences between management team and leadership team. These are the keywords. When you are in the leadership, you guide. In the management, you direct using position power. So leadership and management is a bit different. Or you can see leadership is influence, the power of influence people. Management is executing. Okay, management, you can use the keyword power to elaborate. Power or authority. Leadership is more on influence, how you influence people. Influence people to make decisions. Like for example, leadership, do the right thing. Management, do things right. Do things right means step 1, you do this. Step 2, you do this. Step 3, you do this. Do the right thing means, okay, now we are going to make new phone watch a direction. You give a right correction of the things, right? Or best practice in the industry. Okay. Right. Okay, so this one also you read lah. This is outside our scope, right? Okay, this one is a question on true or false. Okay, so 18 is a statement, true or false. You read the statement, give you a scenario. It's the best engineer in the company. So three talent triangular, technical skill, leadership, and business skill. 3, technical, leadership, and triangle is what? Technical, leadership, and business. So you see, he mentioned here best engineer. Come up with the idea with the new revenue general projects. Everyone in the company know that Jeremy is an expert in the field. Trust his decision. There will be 8 people assigned to the project team. Most of them will be part-time, except Jeremy, who is a full-time project manager. Best organization for this project will be weak matrix, true or false? Just now, according to the table just now, right? So most of the staff, they are part-time. Only Jeremy is a full-time. So it will be a weak matrix. True or not? It's a false, huh? It's a false. All right. Employee need to go to get permission from their functional managers for all decision on the projects. False. Right. This one, there will be 8 people assigned to the project team. Jeremy is a full-time project manager. So there's a project manager already, and it's a full-time. Project manager role here is full-time PM. So if you look at the table just now, it's from the balance until projectiles, right? So the question here is to test whether you know the characteristic of the organization. He already tell you Jeremy is a full-time. So it must be from balance until projectiles. It cannot be lower than balance metrics. Yeah. So you have to understand the table. Okay. So if it's balanced until the projectiles, so the permission you might not need lah, because you already balance until prioritize. So PM can make decision. Understand? Huh? This type of organization form action item tend to be resolved quickly. True lah. Okay. Second scenario. Elaine placed in charge of projects that is expected to last close to 2 years. So we have either it's a short-term or long-term projects. So this is a high important to the company, and functional managers has agreed to allow resources to be committed full-time. Resources put into the full-time to this project for the duration of the projects. So it means allocation of the resources now change to full-time, not part-time. Most likely structure of this project will be projectized organization form. True or false? It's true. Why? Resources change to full-time to the project already. Okay. Elaine would have responsibilities for wages, salary, administration for the resources. True or false? True or false? What do you think? Elaine have authority or not? It's a projectized organization. Projectized, PM have authority or not? Compared to functional managers. Have. So before you answer question for project management module, you need to understand where is the position or what type of organization chart that you are speaking about. So that's why in chapter 1, we introduce you project-based, functional-based, or product-based, and hybrid. Then when you go into chapter 3 and chapter 4, the hybrid part split into 3: weak metrics, balance metrics, and high metrics. So if you see the question, hybrid one, it fall under chapter 1 or chapter 2. So you answer based on chapter 1, chapter 2 content. If you see the balance, weak metrics, high metrics, is fall under chapter 3, chapter 4 answer. Yeah. Okay. Don't jump chapter. Don't jump chapter. You jump chapter, you get wrong answer. Okay. Elaine can expect to have best functional resources assigned to the team. This one is a gray area. It's a gray area. Why? Why is false? It can be true, it can be false. This one, C1 is a gray area. It's a gray area because it's a projectized organization already. Projectized means you have project A, project B, project C, project D. So your resources will be here and there. Okay, so can expect to have best functional, maybe yes, maybe no. My argument is based on here, high importance to the company. But it can be other projects also. Right? So for C, it can be true, it can be false. Okay, although the textbook answer is false, but the scenario here, it can be true and false based on my answer lah. Okay. Okay, chapter 4. Chapter 4 more on the PMO. On a PMO. Okay. Project office. So characteristics of project manager should possess to a successfully project team. This is on the moral chapter lah. So these are all the things that you can think a good one, a good character, strength, right? Honesty, ability to make decision, good in communication, you're able to do team player, team building, and all these things. Okay. So memorize 4 from here if this question come out. Okay. Elaborate. Don't give point form in your answer. Okay, don't give point form in your answer. Elaborate. Elaborate. Have a leadership and all this. More. Okay. Project manager usually selected and assigned to the project by the who? By who? Foreman character. By who? Sponsor. Okay. Foreman character. Customers, sponsor, project manager, and functional managers. You have to know their role. So keyword here is sponsors. So based on these 4 characters, you should know who assigned who. Characteristic personality, this one, select your project team. 6 character. Let's say you are selected as a PM. What character that you're looking for when you want to set up your own PMO, right? Project management office. So these are the 6. First, you can use the triangular, PMI triangular, technical skill, same, technical skill, business sense, and leadership. So technical must be there. If you want to build a team, technical must be there because you're developing a project or product. Technical must be good, right? Why technical good? When you choose a good technical group, functional managers normally don't have issue because they spend lots of money buying the machine, and your team is the expert using that machine, for example. So when you assign your team to do the projects, functional manager usually will give green light to that because the stuff that you send actually is they know how to use it. They understand the process. Okay. Willing to work as a team, teamwork, flexibilities, good listener is important. You don't want to choose someone that always give a lot of trouble to you. Honesty is important. Why honesty important? Because in the project-based organization, sharing information is mandatory. This one we mentioned already in the class. Sharing of information in the projectized organization is mandatory. Okay, accuracy is so important, right? Obstacles, these are the problems. Okay, this one is chapter 4, question 4, at the back of your slides. Obstacles, you need to review the problems, provide solution. What issue you have got in your answer, you should mention what issue, and how you respond to it. For example, this is also a very popular question. Okay, you have issue critical resources. You have critical resources. The keyword there is find alternative. Escalated to sponsor means you are here. You need to tell your sponsor, actually, there is a critical resources. You can communicate with the functional units, negotiate. You see the word negotiate, not force them. You negotiate. Consider contractor and outsourcing. You outsource the thing. Okay. And this one, functional groups not cooperative with the request for resources. It's another problem. The problem is with the FM because the resources problem. What you do? There are lots. There are lots. So the first one is additional answer for this one. Same lah. Okay. The second one is because you have problem with functional managers. So what do? You communicate with them. You meet with them. Understand the needs. This one actually repeat lah. There's a question on this one. So you meet with them, understand the needs, listen and understand. In chapter 1, there's one question about this one, right? How you support the business needs. Make them understand the importance of the project. This one, Keyword here is communicate. Make sure they understand. And you make them you aware of the needs of the functional groups. That is the answer. The third one, assigned member not motivated. This is a qualitative failure. They are not motivated. It's a qualitative. So what do? You have individual meeting with poor performance. You set objective. You give them KPI. If you don't do this one, what do you do? Right? So if you do not come or do not deliver the result, then what happened? Okay. Then you match with their skill. They are not motivated because they might not have the skill. Right? So you are the operator that every day you just use the machine, and then you ask the staff to go and do welding. Because not motivated. Right? So you need to match with the skill. Then focus on their contribution to the success. They need to understand their roles if they are poor performance. Right? Multiple projects. You see the word multiple projects means you need to use the word priority already. Okay? Yeah. You see multiple project. You see resources. Sure, you need to use the priority word in your answer. You prioritize the project. Make sure there's appropriate resources assigned to the projects. Yeah. You need to elaborate. You need to elaborate. This is not a complete sentence. You need to elaborate. Functional managers are willing to release high qualified resources to you. You have an issue with FM, how you resolve. You need to explain, negotiate. Okay, you need to explain, then you need to negotiate. Don't give point form in your answer. You need to write in paragraph form. And I'm looking for explain and negotiate in your answer. Lack resources with subject matter expert. The word resources. Lack resources with subject matter. Don't confuse this problem with the third one. Don't confuse the third issue and the last issue here. Third issue is multiple projects and result in the resource contention. Last one is you do not have resources. All right. So what do? You find vendors, you subcontract it, you provide trainings. Why training? Because you don't have enough expert. When you don't have enough expert, you provide trainings. And you hire additional resources, you get more people. Okay, there are three solving solution there. Huh? Okay. Resource reluctant to accept project assignment due to temporary nature of the project's start and end dates. Resources here, it means the expert. The expert don't want to work with you. Right? So let's say you request for expert welding expert from functional managers. And this welding expert, he's so expert. So he shows some attitudes. He say, I don't want to work with you because I have no future working with this project, because this project maybe is a very short project and the profit P&L is very, very low. You don't want to waste his time. Okay? You will see this kind of problem in the real life. So what you do? Resources reluctant to projects, accept projects assignment. Who do you talk to? You talk to sponsor, you talk to customer, or you talk to FM? Who do you talk to? Who do you talk to? To Jenning? Who do you talk to? You don't understand what I'm talking about, or you don't understand who to talk to? Oh, 10 o'clock already. Per way, resources reluctant to communicate with cooperate with you. Who do you talk to? Customers, sponsors, you talk to yourself, or you talk to your FM? The keyword here is resources. Yeah, per way, you see resources, go straight to the FM. You don't go to sponsor. You go to sponsor, it just shows that you don't know how to handle the projects. Okay, you don't go to the boss. Unless this FM have trouble with you, then you cannot solve, you go to sponsors. This is resources. Resources is further down with under FM. You don't jump to the lower level. You quarrel with the operator means you don't know how to manage people. Then you go and complain with your boss, no use one. Okay, you talk to the boss of that person, FM. Okay. So here, the keyword here is you talk to FM. Talk to FM, you provide trainings, you have a reward for that one, and then job placement support. The issue here is because of the nature of the project. So you need to give reward. Reward system must be there. Okay, so I think we stop at here. Your test one will be on Wednesday, next class, 10 to 12 p.m.